Dose of Anime, we are back once again. Well, anime is our addiction.
It's mad loud.
And we hope it's...
Hold on.
Give me a second.
Give me a sec. Kind of loud, man. There it is. There it
If
is.
you recognize that song, it's not the American version. It's the Japanese intro to Yu Yu
Hakusho.
Season 1.
One.
Woo! Straight up. Pull no punches fighting anime.
600 minutes.
Back.
4 DVDs. I'm just reading the fucking back. Just so you get a picture of what's going on. Season 1. Now, my man right here. Now, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna be real with you right now. My top fucking 3 anime. That's me. That's me. My top fucking 3. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? I love this fucking anime. It's because it has humor, it has fighting, it has sarcasm, whatever you want, it has it. It got some demons, ghosts, every fucking thing you got this shit in. Okay, so basically, he starts, you know, this is probably the craziest beginning I've ever seen. Not because of the fight scenes, not because of anything. Well, he starts off dead.
Yep.
Straight up. Starts off dead. You know, he gets killed, he gets hit by a car. I'm gonna put this down real quick. He gets hit by a car. And he doesn't know what the hell, he doesn't know what the fuck's going on. So basically, I'm gonna keep this a little short. I'm not gonna go into it because I'm gonna tell you right now, the beginning, the first 5 episodes are really slow. Really slow because
Really slow.
I mean really it's just showing that it's dead, you know, it's just showing him dead basically. So anyway, so Botan comes down, she's supposed to be this Grim Reaper, and she brings him to, oh my god, I can't, the other world basically.
Yeah, it's like
Early morning, don't mind it, brings to the other world, and he meets basically the son of God basically. King Yama is his father, and then you have Koenma, his son.
Jr.
So anyways, Koenma basically gives him an ordeal to get his life back. You know, because I mean, he wasn't meant to die. Basically, he's okay. So basically, how he dies, he saves a kid. You know, the kid kicks the ball in front of a car. He gets hit by a car. Yeah, that's how he dies. And it literally starts off with him dead. That's just what it is. Starts off with him dead. You know, craziest beginning to an anime, but my favorite anime after the first. Well, the first episodes are still good, but they're just slow. So anyway, Koenma gives him the ordeal. You know, Botan brings him to Earth. So this other little girl comes, and she's supposed to be this, I don't know, evaluating him, and then he gets his egg. You know, it's supposed to be a spirit beast, and he uses it to save his girlfriend. Not really his girlfriend, but his longtime friend, homegirl, Keiko.
Yes.
Keiko, and I mean, they've been together for years. I mean, they knew each other since they were little kids. They're basically lovers, you know. Not really, but and then you have another guy that introduced to Kuwabara, and Kuwabara is another. Now these are 2 delinquents, you know. He's a delinquent in school, so his mother's a drunk, you know. So he doesn't really have a great life. He doesn't have a father, so he doesn't really have a great life. So he's a delinquent in school, and so is Kuwabara. So he's been fighting ever since he was little. You know, Kuwabara tries to fight him, gets his ass kicked every fucking time he gets his ass kicked. And then, okay, so basically, he comes, you know, he goes into dreams, tells him what to do to bring him back to life. Ends up coming back to life because Keiko runs in like last minute and kisses him. Basically, his body, you know, Koenma sets up his body to come back to life. She kisses him, puts her life energy, and then he comes back to life. And now he comes back to life as a spirit detective. Now what a spirit detective is just part of the spirit world. You know, with the spirit world is the other world, and sorry, spirit world. That's what I was talking about before. So the spirit world, you know, has detectives to protect the earth, you know, from demons. From the demon world. You got demon world, you got the spirit world, and then you got regular, you know, you just got the earth. So, and obviously it's back in Japan. Now this is another anime. Now 90s was good for this. This is another anime where the English is very good. Yeah, I love the English. I only watched it in English. I didn't watch it in Japanese. That was me because I was introduced to this in English, basically. You know, it wasn't. I didn't see it on Cartoon Net. I don't remember where exactly I saw it. I think I picked it up and I saw the cover and I was like, oh, I need to get this. You know, it looks like a good anime. You know, that was probably back when I was 12, 11, 12. So I was really young when I first saw it, and then I just got hooked. So basically, he comes and then he starts duking it out with demons. So he goes in his first case to find, this little demon, and then he pulls it out, and basically he gets help from Botan. He has, I don't know, like demon, he has a detective spyglass, a watch where he can find demons. And then eventually he gets acquainted with 2 other party members of his that come a little later on. So he meets 3 demons that basically stole some artifacts from Spirit World. They came to Earth, and Kuma put him on a mission to get him back, basically. So you have Hiei, about a little 4'5" dude. He got an eye on his head.
Sword.
He has a sword. So he steals a demon sword, and you got Kurama.
Rose whip.
And he is a rose whip, and he steals the forlorn hope to basically save his mother. So he's not all bad. And then you got Genki. Genki is just he's just a regular average day demon. He can get bigger, and that's really it. Okay, so basically he dukes it out with Genki, and first, and he's having a little trouble because it's really his first time actually fighting a demon of his. I mean, he's like, they have classes. You'll learn about the classes later, but he's like. So basically, you have A, B, C, D, and then you have an upper rank S class, and then you have like an E. I think it goes down to E. I think it goes down to E. So Genki's like a D class demon. So he's not really that strong, but Ichigo's never fought before. He's just getting his powers, and in the beginning, Koenma shows him, a different move basically with his spirit energy. And it's called the spirit gun, where it obviously accumulates spirit energy into his finger and he blasts it like a gun. So Genki, he's fighting Genki, he ended up hitting him with it, and then, that's Genki. And he basically has I can't remember what the specific name for it, but he has an orb that steals souls, basically. So he gets the orb back, and after that he goes after Kurama, and then he finds out Kurama's just trying to help his mom, and with the forlorn hope, you'll see what happens with that. He ends up helping Kurama that situation, and then Kurama pretty much becomes, Kurama's a good guy anyway. You'll find out about his backstory a little later. He has I don't know, he was a demon before. I mean, he's still a demon, but he was a demon before, and he kind of inhabited, this woman's stomach, and then he came out and as a human basically, but he's not. He's a demon. So basically, then he goes after the main dude, Hiei. Hiei is, through his life, he didn't have a mother. And his mother was, you'll find out about that as he was thrown out of his village. His mother was killed. He doesn't have a father, or his father left him. So basically, he was an orphan. He got taken in, so he doesn't give a fuck. So basically, he turns Keiko into a demon. He gets. Low-end demon, obviously. He gets recruiter, he just recruits people, by cutting them, basically, with the demon sword. That's what we call a demon sword. So basically, he fights him, and he finds out, he goes into his demon form, and at that time, he's like a D+, basically. D+, C-. Yeah, he uses the eyeball on top of his head.
What the fuck is an eyeball?
Oh my god.
I almost said Sharingan.
Sharingan. No.
It's oh my
I can't
god.
believe that's like the only. I'm really knowing about this. I've watched it so many times. I can't believe I can't remember that. But give me a second. Give me a second.
Stumped right now.
Yeah, we're stumped.
Oh fuck. The image that might help. Image memory.
Yeah, I'll show you. I'll show you some of the characters. I'll show you who they are. Okay, so basically that's Botan. That's obviously Yusuke. That's Kuwabara. Yeah, that's Kagome. Cake. Sorry. Anyway,
Kagome.
Yeah, you should watch it too. Anyway, that's Koenma.
Yep.
That's Keiko. Sorry. That's obviously you got Kuwabara, and there is. There's Hiei.
Oh, there's Spirit Sword?
Yeah, you got Kuwabara with his spirit sword.
I can't remember the fucking eye's name.
And you got Kurama with you know, he's not. He got a little rose right there. It's not showing his rose whip, but anyway. So he has, you know, he got a little eye, and you know, basically gives him power. You know, you'll find out about the eye later. So basically, he fights him, and he's really no match for him at first. He goes into this demon mode. He's known for speed. You know, he's small, so he's known for speed.
Yeah, buddy.
And oh, the Jagan, sorry.
Yeah,
the Jagan eye. That's the eye on top of his head. The Jagan. Sorry, I could not for the life of me remember. Okay, so basically, he goes on and he's fighting him, and in the end, he beats him. You know, super quick. He eventually gets used to his speed, and then, you know, with desperation, he gets gets stronger. You know, so he's unleashes his spirit power, and then he shoots spirit gun. That's it. For, you know, he's just spirit gun. Boom. I won't tell you how it happens, but I'll just tell you that he shoots a spirit gun, and that was that. So now Yusuke goes on another mission by Koenma to Genkai. Now Genkai is an all-powerful psychic, and she's holding a tournament. And basically, his mission is to find a demon, you know, a higher rank demon, probably about C+, you know, probably about a C. He's probably about a C, called Rando. Now Rando is disguising himself as one of the fighters. So basically, he goes, and then obviously Kuwabara is. She sends him an invitation. So he's seeking her out to basically explain his powers, because Kuwabara can sense ghosts, you know, just like Ichigo, if you watched the last video, can sense ghosts, and you know, he's really in tune with the spiritual world. So basically, they find this tournament. So they fight through the tournament. I'm gonna tell you how the fights go. I'm gonna tell you, they make through the tournament. They make through this forest, and they start fighting dudes in the dark, and then they go to this field. And then obviously they find out about Rando. Rando, you know, he's in his human form. He kind of messes Kuwabara up, and then Ichigo steps into the fold. And that's a great fight. You know, him and Rando. That's probably the first good, really good fight you see. Besides Hiei. Hiei was kind of a mini fight, but that's the first real good fight you see. And then basically it ends where Yusuke is, you know, he wins the tournament, and then because he won the tournament, now Rando was originally there because he wanted to learn Genkai's powers. You know, he had, you know, he basically takes the powers from psychics and kills them. So he had 99 powers of 99 psychics, and he wanted Genkai's. You know, she has something called the Spirit Wave, which is, you know, an all. It's like Yusuke's spirit gun, but it's different. You know, I just shooting bomb, you know, shooting this big blast out of. Anyway, you'll find out about that healing power. She got a lot of different powers and shit. So then they go to Mei's Castle. Now this is where it really starts picking up. It starts picking up.
She starts to get real.
Oh yeah, it starts picking up. So, and then so Mei's Castle, and then basically Koenma recruits Hiei and Kurama, and now those four, you know, because after that, basically it's after 6 months later from the tournament, because Yusuke goes through training with Genkai for 6 months and basically learns some new moves. You know, he learns the shotgun, and then, you know, basically he just ups his spirit power, gets, you know, he doubles his power basically. So he goes in, and you know, they run along with some traps, and it's those four. It's Kurama, Hiei, Kuwabara, and Yusuke. So they run through the castle. They end up meeting with this rock dude called Genbu, and then they move on to
Byakuya the White Tiger,
and then Seiryu. You know, he's like a ice dragon, and then they move on to Suzaku. Suzaku is the leader of the Saint Beasts, is what they call it. You know, they reside in this tower, and Yusuke was sent there to beat them, basically. So you just see, and then that's when, you know, you see his potential come out. You see Yusuke really go at it, and the thing is, why they went there is because they have this flute, demon flute, basically, and the Suzaku sends these insects to Earth, to the human world, basically to create the demons, so they sting you, they're creating demons and whatnot. So basically Botan is exterminating them, and then that's why they end up going, because they have to break the flute. So once he finds Suzaku, he sends at Keiko, he sends the guys at Keiko that have been turned, and so he's real desperation. And in the end, they beat the same beast, and then that's pretty much where it ends. I'm sorry, yeah, because this is actually this covers a couple. This is all season 1, but it covers. If you got the original, it covers about two to three seasons of the original, and just season 1. So, you have these
Tagoro brothers. Tagoro.
Probably one of the baddest villains in any anime you will watch.
Oh yeah.
Besides, I'm not gonna start naming animes. Bleach, Naruto, whatever. DBZ.
Tagoro's up there.
He's pretty up there. He's one of them deadly motherfuckers. Let's just say that. So anyway, so he goes. Koyama gives another mission to go to Tarukane's castle. So basically, Tarukane is this mobster. He runs the black market basically. So he sends them off, and they run into some demons. He's hired. The black market dealers hire demons, so they run into demons. They start fucking them up and shit. It's Botan, Kuwabara, and Yusuke at first, and then Kurama and Hiei kind of. Kurama doesn't really come in that much, but it's more Hiei, because Hiei's sister. You find out about his sister. He actually has a sister, so he goes to find her. Originally, he got the Jagan Eye to actually go find his sister. So, and she's been held captive, basically, and that's why they're going there to retrieve her. So, and then Kuwabara eventually gets his red string of love. He falls in love right away just by feeling her presence. Come on, son. Come on, son. Anyway.